Alright guys, so, like I said last video, this video is all about the review, the summary results for the Monkey Submarine, as well as, I actually checked, was the Glue Gunner was the last one we did. The one we did right before the Monkey Sub. So, I'm gonna go over both. Well, and we'll see how much time that takes. So, as you can see, for those of you who don't know, I always do this Excel sheet, okay, with all the space balloons, what space balloons he can get to. Sheesh, I'll find a way to talk. Group balloons, round before he loses a life, round before he dies, total cost for the tower, and then using the total cost over the round per life, you see the efficiency of the tower for losing a life, and then the efficiency of the tower for before dying. And the number you see is about amount of money you need to pay per round from when you put down the tower until, you know, loses a life or dies. So first of all, the 000 Monkey Submarine, the base Monkey Sub, round 12 from 12 to 17. This efficiency, 27 and 19, I think is the lowest efficiency. Oh, actually, no, not quite. The Dart Monkey is slightly less in terms of before dying, but 27 for losing a life? I don't think any of them did so well. Yeah, no. So no wonder everybody uses the Monkey Sub. Its base efficiency is so incredibly good. It is insane. Like, truly insane. My gosh. And then when you go, and then, you know, black balloons, pink balloons, stuff like that, and it's only $325. Wow. For $300, you get this awesome thing. Wow. Just wow. Adding the first tier adds one round here, but for $130, so that is not worth it. It is much more preferable to skip straight to second tier, where Group Balloons he goes all the way up to black instead of pink, and he gains more rounds, both life and death. Granted, it is $500, so the efficiency is still lower. Like, it's a worse efficiency, but like I said in some of the really early reviews that I did, it will pretty much always be the case where the more you go up in tier, the less efficient it'll be overall. But that's money efficiency. There's also space efficiency, and usually, even if it's more cost effective to stick with 000 towers because they're more efficient, well, you don't have the space to spam all that many 000 towers right in its prime spot. So the efficiency is not going to be the same when you place 150 of them compared to putting down, you know, say one or two, like 2 or 3 T4s. So that is something to keep in mind. But definitely by himself, they're very efficient. Now going from second to third tier, he actually did gain a round for death, and I don't know if it's just truly better, like slightly better, or if it's one of those like RNG. Oh, it just homed in on the perfectly right balloon that made it, you know, that popped like off a layer, and so it got slower, which gave it just enough time to get into that range of the others. You know, that kind of RNG thing with the homing darts. So, I mean, its whole point is not to pop balloons, it's to decamo balloons, so that your other towers can pop them. So that's why it's $500. That is why I did pretty much no different in the popping abilities. And so of course his efficiency goes up. Like, the number goes up, so it's not as efficient. Now, unfortunately, for the 4th and 5th tiers, well, except the 502, but for the 400, 500, and 520, they all get to round 40. And the only difference is that in terms of group balloons, the 500 does get to Moabs and not ceramics. But Other than that, it's always like Moabs in round 40s. So considering that you're adding $30,000 to lose to the same round, yeah, you can imagine why its efficiency almost got multiplied by 10. It's like multiplied by 9. It's like times 9 efficiency or whatever. It's like really, really, really bad. The 520, of course, a little bit more expensive, so its efficiency is even worse. But the 502 made it to BFBs, therefore around 60. So his efficiency is actually better at the best out of the T5s, the top T5s. Therefore, you want to cross path your monkey sub. If you don't, okay, if your monkey sub does not need to pop lead balloons, because, I don't know, you put under an MIV village already, or maybe you have a tower that can pop all the lead balloons that come out. If you don't worry about lead balloons, definitely 502. Woo! By a long shot, it increases his popping power tremendously. So definitely 502 is the superior cross path. However, the 520 does allow you to hit leads. 502 does not, so it all depends on what you want him to do. Middle path. Now, middle path is interesting because it's the first tower in the entire tower testing that I did on this channel that got to BAD greater than round 1. So in this case, BAD 138, which is the maximum round I've achieved in this game. Well, to be fair, it didn't even beat it, so this is a good, I guess, benchmark. I think if it does beat BAD 138, I basically just call it BAD max. Be like, yep, it can go further, but I can't even show you because I didn't get that far. Granted, because obviously I do not have Paragons unlocked, so yeah, that's why my highest round is not it's not a crazy high round. Now, but granted, that's for the abilities, right? So that's why. Otherwise, it's lead and purple. But anyway, 0 and 1 0. Let's start from the beginning. Black and pink. Black, pink, still the same. A little bit more rounds than the 1 0 0. So barbed dart adding a little bit more pierce is definitely more. It's definitely like better for you than to get long range. Of course, yeah. At least as of now. Granted, it is 775, so its efficiency is a smidge bit worse, but you know that depends on what your future strategy is. The second tier, black pink. Okay, second tier, black black. So clearly, advanced intel does a little bit better in spaced group balloons than the middle path. I think that's the heat tip darts. Yes, round 15, round 22, 19 and 22. So it is worse in popping balloons in general, and it is more expensive. So of course his efficiency 71 and 50. So yeah, clearly we see a big difference. Actually, not in the round death. 48, 43. It's not a big difference. Third tier, that's a big difference because this third tier, the ballistic missile was designed to do extra damage against ceramics and Moabs. And so it's meant to pop stuff. It doesn't have any other function besides popping stuff, and has a better AoE. Therefore, lead purple versus black black. Of course, this one is objectively much better at popping balloons. Round 22 to 34, yeah. From 19 to 23, that's a big difference. But 2475, 1455. So efficiency-wise, we see 112 and 73, about 76, 63. So the top path is still more efficient than the middle path. Strange. Especially considering his popping power is magnificent. Well, magnificent compared to the previous tier. 4040, so the fourth tier, lead purple. So it's a lot worse than the top path. Top path got to Moabs and ceramics. In terms of rounds, 40, and this one 31 to 32. So this is worse, but it's 15,000. What the heck? That's horrible efficiency. 500, 100. That is, wow. Basically, use the submarine for the ability, not just the tower, okay? Because the tower compared to the top path, hooey, that's a major difference. But it all changes when you get to the 5th tier, because the 5th tier, ZOMGs, BADs, right off the bat, and then ability is always BAD 138, right? But ZOMGs, BADs, where as opposed to Moab BFBs, ZOMGs, BADs. Huge difference. Granted, instead of being a roughly $36-ish thousand tower, this is a like $48,000 tower. So it is more expensive. But look at the difference in rounds. 40 up to 60, 81 up to 86. Whoa! So its efficiency is consistently almost 600. It's not 900 and 630 almost. Clearly, middle path T5 specifically is superior. Not a whole lot, but it is superior. And for the middle path, like clearly 052 more powerful. It's much more worth it. He still does his strike there. The mob comes on the screen, he strikes it automatically. But he just does more damage when it gets in range. So of course, I mean, if it's like literally in the corner of the map and he barely hits anything, definitely get advanced intel. But from our testing, when you can have a decent track coverage, holy yeah, go for that bottom cross path. That is much better. All right, now for the bottom path, the whole monkey sub and everything. Let's see. First tier reaches to lead and pink. Black and pink. Okay, black and pink. So first tier is a little bit better in terms of space balloons, but it is twin guns, so it is a little bit better. 1923 instead of 1317, so it's definitely a lot better in rounds. That's interesting. It's exact same price as the previous one, and yet it does better. So of course its efficiency is better, of course. Not better than this one, than the top path, but at least it's more efficient than the middle path. T2 air burst darts, ceramic zebra. That is way better than any of the others. 3538, way better than the others. Holy, for almost $2,000? What else is almost $2,000? This one's pretty close. 1923, 3538. Wow. That is huge. So 5046. Huh? That's like pretty much the same efficiency as the T2 top path, the advanced intel. But it is better than the middle path, the heat tip darts. Okay, so that's interesting. Much more popping power, but it is more expensive. No wonder a lot of players go for the airburst darts. It is so OP. All right, then triple guns, ceramic rainbows. So yeah, continuing on that trend of the ultimate power output. 3940. Wow, that's pretty close. That's literally about the 4th tiers in terms of stuff, but it's also more expensive. It's yeah, it's more expensive than the 3rd tiers, but less expensive than the 4th tiers. So it makes its efficiency 73 and 71. No, what the heck? 73, 71. Instead of, yeah, so it is more efficient than the ballistic missile. 73, 71. It's roughly as efficient as the D camo sub. Roughly as efficient as the T3 here, which is interesting. T4, Moab ceramic. Alright, and then lead purple. Wow, middle path lags behind right there. Round 47, so this armor piercing darts beat 5th tier top path monkey sub. Well, except 502, but that's kind of an exception. Just like any of the other ones. Granted, it doesn't give an ability buff. Doesn't give a 20% cooldown. But but popping power is superior. But it's almost $6,000. This one's only almost 4,000. So what's its efficiency? 125. $125 per round for 47 rounds. So 125 is efficiency. It is less efficient than, no, why does it do that? So it is less efficient than this 4th tier top path. 125 though is way more efficient than this middle path. And then T5s. Now we go all into T5s. The Sub Commando, which is first of all, which is the better cross path? Clearly, Advanced Intel 205 is the best cross path. Got to run 82, whereas the other 78 and 76. Got to ZOMG, not ZOMG BFB. And it's efficiency-wise, it is better than the 025 as well. And it makes this, so the bottom path is the most efficient submarine T5 out of all the three. Out of all three, the bottom path is the most efficient. About 400, middle path about 600, top path next 900 and 600. So bottom path is better if you're trying to go for the most efficient towers to use for popping power. Now, I'm gonna kind of slide over the glue gunner a little bit because that was a little bit before, and I know I didn't do a review on that one. But basically, well, first of all, as you can see, it's a little shorter. It's weirder because we always need the T2 top path, except for these the super glue. Super glue can pop on his own, but the T2 top path is the only thing that allows the glue gunner to pop balloons. So that's why there's a couple of blanks in the chart. But I mean, all across the board, 200, 350, 370. 360. Okay, so Balloon Solver has a decent efficiency, about 360, 370. Hey, really good for a $30,000 tower. That is very good. Middle path. Well, the T4 is actually really, really efficient. That is if you use the ability, decently, correctly. But the G5, no matter what you do, is not efficient. So, 2 there. That's that. And then the bottom path is just wholly inefficient at popping balloons. They're only there to stall, not there to pop. Clearly, 200, 300, 1100, 1900, 2000, 2000 roughly in efficiency for the bottom path glue gunner. So do not use it to pop balloons. Use it to stall so your other towers can pop balloons. I actually don't think a lot of people use it to just pop balloons, but if one of you are, if you're that kind of person, I recommend against it because that's a lot of money. $2,000 per round for up to 27 rounds. That's a lot of money. All right, well that kind of wraps up this this submarine and glue gunner review, mostly monkey sub review. If you did like this video, because maybe it was very informative, I just certainly learned a lot as I tested these towers one by one. Not that I'll remember every single efficiency. I am human. I will forget these. I can't remember every single one. However, if I want to formulate a strategy, hey, this looks like a good place to start looking, right? So do let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to link this Excel spreadsheet to to the description of the next video, so that you guys can see, so that you guys can have this also for yourself, so that you can reference it when you want to do chimps, for example, when you want to do a trim strategy on, well, it has to be on resort, but it's a good place to start looking. But yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, stay tuned for next video. Try to think. Well, hold on. Let me look here. Let me look. What is after monkey sub? What is after monkey sub? Okay, so it's gonna be either the heli pilot or the monkey ace, from what I see. So stay tuned for that. Global towers. Oh, that's so fun. Micro. Great. I hate micro. I hate micro. It's gonna be bad micro. Trust me. I'm probably not even gonna try. I'm gonna do very minimal micro. Um. So that's gonna be interesting. And besides that, if you haven't already, again, please hit that subscribe button. It's only one click on your mouse. Shouldn't wear it down. And hey, it means giving content to you guys from this channel. So if you guys want to see more from this channel, I highly recommend you guys hit that subscribe button. Hitting the like button helps, but hitting that subscribe button is really what counts here. And then besides that, I mean, I hope you have a really good day.